Okay, Shannon, put us on the record, please.
Okay.
This is a matter of Cuvalier versus Cuvalier. Mr. Morley is present on behalf of the plaintiff, and his client is present as well. Mr. Cuvalier is not present, which I believe was the case at the pretrial as well. Is that correct, counsel?
It is, Your Honor. He has not appeared, didn't file an answer, has not appeared throughout these proceedings.
All right. I will certainly entertain your request for entry of a default judgment today. Let's take some basic proofs from Ms. Cuvalier.
Thank you. You have to swear her in.
Yes, ma'am. Would you raise your right hand, please? You do swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You can put your hand down now. Please state your full name for the record.
Alyssa Joy Cuvalier.
Go ahead, Mr. Morley.
Ms. Cuvalier, at the time you filed your complaint for divorce in this matter, were all the allegations found therein true and accurate?
Yes.
Are all of those still true and accurate today?
Yes.
You and Mr. Cuvalier have one minor child together, Kane Lee Cuvalier, right?
Yes.
And I have prepared and offered to the court a proposed default judgment of divorce that gives you sole legal and sole physical custody of your child. Is that accurate?
Yes.
I've also prepared and submitted to the court a uniform child support order and a deviation addendum because you have said you don't want child support from Mr. Cuvalier. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Let me press that just a little bit. You and I have discussed that. You do understand that you can get child support from him. I believe you and I have fleshed it out well enough, but do you have any reservations about giving up child support?
I do not.
Okay. As you sit here today, I have to ask you this. Are you currently pregnant?
No.
You believe that there's a breakdown in your relationship with Mr. Cuvalier such that the objects of matrimony have been destroyed and there's no chance of reconciliation?
That's correct.
You asking the court to enter the default judgment of divorce that you reviewed at the time, as well as the child support order and the deviation associated with it?
Yes.
I think that's all. Judge.
So, Ms. Cuvalier, I see that the judgment of divorce, similar to the temporary recommended order from the conciliator, provides Mr. Cuvalier with only supervised parenting time. Has he attempted to exercise any parenting time since the temporary order was entered?
He has not.
I'm satisfied with the proofs that there is a breakdown in this marriage to the extent the objects of matrimony have been destroyed. There's no reasonable likelihood that the marriage can be preserved. I'm quickly reviewing the contents of the judgment of divorce. It appears that the provisions regarding custody and parenting time are indeed under the circumstances in the best interest of the minor child. I find that the remainder of the proposed judgment is fair and equitable as to both parties. I'm going to grant your judgment of divorce. I'm going to sign that now. And I am signing the uniform child support order. Mr. Morley, we'll make sure we get copies to you promptly.
Thank you,
And
Judge.
that concludes our hearing. Thank you. Have a good day, Ms. Cuvalier.
Thank you.
And you, Mr. Morley.
Your day. Thank you.
Okay, waiting for one last audio connection. Bless you. I think we're having a little trouble with Ms. Lammers.
Me too.
Sometimes that's a result of a poor connection, but given how strong the video connection is, I suspect it might be a setting issue. She needs to enable her audio. Maybe.
There we go.
Ms. Lammers, can you hear me? No?
We do have a resolution in this case, Judge, so it may be that if we have her participate by phone, if she can't get connected, that would be all right, since we're not having to do a full-blown trial.
Okay, can you give me her, well, let's try that. Ms. Lammers, can you hear me now? Doesn't sound like it. Looks like she's going for help.
She escaped.
All right, why don't you give me your phone number and I'll try to connect with her by phone.
It's 569-2842.
Okay,
Now you can hear us?
it wouldn't go.
Okay, we were just trying to call
Okay.
Sorry.
your phone.
All right, this is the matter of Lammers versus Lammers. Both parties are present as well as their counsel. Ms. Danke for the plaintiff, Ms. McCluskey for the defendant. And I understand you have a resolution to place on the record?
I do, Your Honor. It's my
Go ahead.
understanding that the agreement is as follows. Each party will retain the real property that they own individually. The joint rental apartments Mr. Lammers will receive in total. He will be responsible for those apartments as of today's date. He will pay Ms. Lammers $125,000 as a final property settlement for everything as of July 1st of this year. And he will begin to collect rents on the properties that she historically has been collecting the rents on as of that July 1st date. Ms. Lammers offers to the court that there are no outstanding bills with respect to any of the apartments and that any of the apartments that she's been paying the bills for, and that she has paid all bills received to date. Anything received after today will be Mr. Lammer's responsibility. Each will keep their own vehicles. Each, Ms. Lammers has a 401k that was premarital. She will keep that. Each will keep their personal property. Each will keep the bank accounts in their own names. There is one joint bank account, which is awarded to Mr. Lammers, and Ms. Lammers' name will need to be removed from that. Each is responsible for the debts in their own names, other than what we've indicated with respect to the rental properties. If I didn't say it, Ms. Lammers will sign quitclaim deeds upon receiving her $125,000. No spousal support will be awarded. That is forever barred. Each is responsible for their own attorney fees. I believe that concludes the agreement.
Ms. McCluskey, can you confirm?
Yes, I can confirm. That is what I understand the parties' agreement to be as well.
All right, well, let me put Ms. Lammers under oath so that we can establish proofs in support of a judgment of divorce, and you can also at the same time question her regarding the terms of the consent judgment. And Ms. Danke, I will later give you the same opportunity for your client to question him. Ms. Lammers, would you raise your right hand now? You do swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can put your hand down now. Just state your full name, please.
Amy Marie Lammers.
Go ahead, Ms. McCluskey.
She's my client, Judge.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see that. Go
Okay.
ahead, Ms. Danke.
We filed a complaint for divorce in this case. Was everything in the complaint for divorce true at the time that we filed it?
Yes,
And that remains true today?
yes,
There are no minor children born of the marriage. Is that correct?
no,
It's correct that there were no minor children born
Correct.
of the marriage?
Correct.
And is there any possibility that you're pregnant today?
absolutely not.
Has there been a breakdown in the marriage such that the two of you will not be reconciled?
Yes,
And you're asking that the judge adopt the agreement that we've placed on the record today?
yes,
You understand that we were scheduled for trial today. We've done the trial brief. We've got all the exhibits. If we went to trial, you could do better than, worse than, or about the same as we've done with this resolution. Do you understand that?
yes,
And you've been very actively involved in the negotiations.
yes,
Whether you're happy about it or not, do you believe that this resolution is the best resolution at this time? That you've understand it and you've accepted it at this point?
yes, I do.
Okay. Thank you. I don't have any further questions.
Do you have questions for your client, Ms. McCluskey?
Just a couple. Mr. Lammers, you also heard the terms of the proposed agreement set forth by Ms. Danke, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
In those terms, are those what you understand the agreement between yourself and Ms. Lammers to be?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And you also were fully engaged in the negotiations over the last months to come to that resolution?
I was.
Okay. And you also understand that we're set for trial today and you could do better or worse or about the same as that resolution. Is that correct?
I understand that.
You fully understand and accept the terms that you've come to with Ms. Lammers?
I do.
And when those are incorporated into a divorce judgment, you'd like the court to enter that divorce and grant the divorce. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. I have no further questions. Thank you.
Thank you. I am satisfied based on the proofs that there has been a breakdown in this marriage. To the extent the objects of matrimony have been destroyed, there remains a reasonable likelihood the marriage can be preserved. I will also say the settlement that you placed on the record is very, very close to what the court would have ordered based on everything that I know about this case so far. I think you both should feel very pleased with your representation in this matter. I know it was a difficult negotiation and a difficult breakup and some difficult circumstances to deal with. I think your attorneys have both done a wonderful job for you. I will sign a consent judgment of divorce on presentment, And how much time, council, should I put down for a status conference? Couple weeks?
That should be fine, Judge. I'll be preparing the judgment and I would hope to have it to Ms. McCluskey by the middle of next week.
Very well. Shannon, would you set a status conference for 2 weeks from tomorrow at 8:30?
So what the hell's today?
And Ms. Lammers, the status conference is just to make sure that we've gotten the judgment into the court so that this doesn't get lost in the piles of work we have to do, okay?
Okay.
No need to appear as long as a judgment is submitted by that time. If you run into a snag and you need a little more time, that's fine. I have to have something on the calendar until the final judgment is entered. Very
Thank you,
well.
Judge.
Thank you, council and Mr. and Mrs. Lammers. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.